Shout out to Hoodie from the Hood, man. He kind of put me up on some game when he made a video about this dude that be like telling hella stories, like not telling hella stories, but giving his opinion on everything. You know what I'm saying? And I used to, and to a certain degree, I understand where Hoodie from the Hood was coming from, because he like, you know, when you get on here and talk about current events and stuff that happen, you gotta kind of be a storied person. You anybody can get on here and just start giving their opinion, but you gotta be a person who's storied, who done been through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? The reason why my YouTube channel kind of like it ain't blowing up out of control, but it ain't super dead. It's just steady because people could tell I'm a real character, and I done been through a lot of shit, and the shit I be telling y'all about, you know what I'm saying, be some real shit. And then at the same time, I just want y'all to know the shit that I done been through in my life, so y'all can know this shit ain't coming from somebody that's just talking out the side of their neck who ain't never been through nothing or seen nothing. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a story. One of my stories. People that know me, I be having to change the names up, and kind of confuse people, because people that know me are able to kind of put together who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about, what time, and all that. So I kind of throw people off a little bit, because there's still some people in my family and people that know me who I kind of don't be wanting to know what I was into. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when I was into it. So I used to be hustling, right? Back in the day. And I used to go to this barber shop. And I had this cool ass barber. We gonna call him Randall. You know what I'm saying? I had this cool ass barber named Randall. Used to cut my hair. He was a player and everything. Used to have hella money. Used to be busting hella moves. Look, player ass barber. I used to like to go to barbers that was cool, that was player and shit like that. So I used to go to this dude named Randall. He used to cut me up. But when I used to be messing around, I used to be hustling. So while he was cutting my hair, I used to be on the phone, like, you know, sewing up loose ends, man. You know how it is. You hustlers, y'all know how it is when you get your hair cut. People calling you, blowing you up, and you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, navigate the shit and do the shit while you getting your hair cut. Hopefully your barber cool, so he ain't tripping off your conversations. But I used to be on the phone like, oh, when I get through, I'm gonna be there. Or is Woody Whoop there? Or go knock 3 times there, open up the door. You know, all the little shit. So I used to get my hair cut by this dude for like a year, and he just hear my conversations. So then one day Randall was like, hey man, you be fucking around? I'm like, yeah, you know, you been here and you talk on the phone, and you see where I be having to step out the shop every now and then. He like, hey, well, man, you know what I'm saying? I could trust you. I've been checking you out, man. You a cool little youngster. I think I was about like 15, 16. Like, you're a cool little youngster, man. You level-headed. You be on point, man. You know, and it's like, that's how I used to do shit. Everything I did, I never overindulged in nothing. I just figured, you know, it is what it is. Like when I used to have homeboys that was like, man, we gonna take over the world with this shit. Nigga, we like the new Jack City. I used to be like, bro, settle down. Let's just get this money while we can, man. I've always been an even-keeled little dude. So he was like, yeah, I like that about you. You don't be stunting. You don't be flossing. You don't be doing too much. You're just a cool little dude, youngster. He's like, man, I'll put you in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'll start throwing you shit. Y'all that don't know what throwing somebody some shit is when somebody fronts you. For those who don't know what fronts means somebody give you an amount of work, and you know what I'm saying, you got a certain amount of time. But they usually give it to people who they know they ain't finna have to be worried about and hounding and all that. And I was one of the type of people, that's why Randall loved me, because every time I came to get my hair cut, under the cake. Every time. And then we had a deal where it was like, I'll cut your hair for free as long as you know what I mean? So I was getting haircuts more free. I was getting haircuts twice a week. Every time I'm through with the haircut, he stick his hand underneath. That's how I learned how to hustle later on when I started cutting hair. Stick his hand underneath, I hand him the money, you know, all under the cake. So I remember one time I came in, we was working together like a cool, like 4 months. So one time I came in there to get my hair cut, and he was like antsy, like, man, you know what I'm saying, you got the bread. And I'm like, bro, you just gave it to me. You ain't never really did this, but like, just give me a second, man. Bro, I'll go get my own money and come back and tear you off. That way you ain't gotta be doing all this. He was real antsy. So then, I'm not even knowing. One of my family members come in, that's an OG in my family. My barber get hella nervous. He like, you know what I'm saying? So, my family member, at the time, I'm speaking to my family member, what's up, boy? He like, what's up, little Josh? What's up with you? I'm like, yeah, what's up with you? I'm just making my rounds, man. Right? So, this is my family member. Been knowing me ever since I was born. So a family member get at my barber, Randall. He like, yeah. So Randall like, yeah, some. Randall handle some bread. You know what I'm saying? And Randall hand my family member some bread. So I'm looking like, wait a minute, this awesome. So it turns out that Randall was getting fronted by my family member. So then I'm like when my family member leave, I'm like, hey, bro. He like, hey, that's your family? I say, yeah, that's my family, man. I ain't even. So then you already know, Randall start panicking. Man, damn. So because we was doing cool together. So I'm like, you already know me. I'm like, nigga, I'm finna go straight to Famo. This is over between us. You already know this. And you put pressure on you. You know, my family came in there with henchmen and everything. I guess he was late on the. So I holler at I get the haircut, bring my boy his money back, bring Randall his bread. We could tell Randall, like, man, he know it's over with, but it's all good. You know, so we wasn't doing nothing too crazy. We was doing some cool little numbers. I go to family like, bro, what's up, bro? You know that Randall been throwing me shit, bro. I didn't even know he was getting. Man, my family member was like, say less. Say less. I've been peeping you. I've been peeping you at the family gatherings. I've been knowing what's going. I've been kind of knowing what's going on. Had me like, damn, well, did you come in there on purpose because you knew I was in the chair? But shit worked out perfect, y'all. We went on a cool little run. You know what I'm saying? Family was disappointed. You know, so it was some rumblings. You know what I'm saying? I used to talk too much back then, so I apologize for running my mouth too much. But man, we had a cool little run, and then I fucked that up by just being too young and being too mouthy. You know what I'm saying? But just a cool little story, you know.